Is there someone there from Warrants?
No, there is not, Your Honor. He just needs to be released. No warrant was received.
Says close out the case. We're going to go ahead and act accordingly. Sir, where do you live?
Rockledge.
How long you been there?
About 26 months.
Where you moved from?
Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh.
Where about? Pardon me?
Pittsburgh.
And they want you to go back there? Is that what this warrant is all about, counsel?
Your Honor, there is an issue there, but it doesn't seem to be something they want to deal with.
Okay, well, we're going to close this case out. Thank you. We'll release you, madam.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor,
Yes.
I have one other, if I could address that one as well.
Which one do you have?
James Harold Rogers.
What number is that?
7
That
Number 2, Your Honor.
That always helps, counsel. If you can pick it out on the docket, that is a big help.
Yes, sir.
We got an out-of-county arrest warrant for you, sir, from Broward County. Let's hear you, counsel.
Your Honor, I'm just addressing the case. We understand it's a no bond.
Yep, and they got 3 working days to come and get you to take you back to Broward County. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. That will conclude this matter. Have a seat. We have the matter.
Your Honor.
Pleasure to see you. Olivia Eggloaf. Olivia Eggloaf.
Judge, this is a 33-day state file discharge.
All right. Ms. Eggloaf, you have a file or ROR. They filed a charge against you, so you're going to have to post bond to get out. You understand that? Would you like me to remind you of your bond?
No, sir.
You got $2,500, $2,000, and $2,000, okay? Next matter we have is Ellenwood.
Your Honor, can you hear me?
Yes, madam.
On that last case, you want previous bond conditions to remain, correct?
Correct. Nothing else changed. The only issue before the court is file a ROR, and they filed, so no ROR. Everything remains unchanged. Is that okay, Madam Clerk?
Yes, sir.
Miss Ellenwood, how are you? Miss Ellenwood, how are you today?
I'm working on it.
You working on it? Would you work on it for me also?
You betcha.
Now, why are we in the wheelchair?
Because I'm having trouble walking and
Said you committed domestic violence.
unfortunately that is incorrect. And
That is incorrect.
yes, sir, it
What type of record she has, Mr. Beatty? Anything we can do to help her today?
Well, she's got a couple of prior disorderly intoxications and a battery DV in '07. Her problem here is, Judge, this is just charged as a misdemeanor. But in this case, the victim is over 65, so that's going to make it a felony with a minimum mandatory.
You heard that, ma'am?
Yes, I did.
That didn't sound too good. That sounds kind of harsh, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. I've been the caregiver for my parents for 6 years. And I've
All right.
been with my brother.
However, Judge, there's no indication how old the brother is in the...
Yeah, it is in the 923.
How old's the brother?
Oh, the brother, no, it's the mother is 65.
Brother, according to the 923.
No, the victim is the mother.
I think you can choose the victim because the cop did not specify which one.
Well, it's how we're going to file it.
Well, the clerk has the brother down as the victim.
No, but, well, the clerk's hasn't, PTR's got the mother, the 923's got the mother, the clerk didn't put the mother, that's an error on the clerk, because the 923 narrative very clearly specifically says the mother's a victim.
Do you want back, or do you want judge's view?
That judge, I want the old stuff, the old stuff.
ICMS?
Is that what it is? It's here somewhere. I saw that. Yeah.
Okay. Your password.
How about, no, I don't, we don't need all of that. How about the old one, not the judge's?
View.
What?
You on judge's view?
Where's that?
Okay, close out of there. Let's see.
It's here somewhere behind it.
According to the victim notification card that the clerks received, shows Stephen Bigler as the victim, and I will provide that to the state.
Let's see.
Who's doing that?
Press the little circle to start. And go to, let's see, all programs. Right there.
Here?
Scroll down.
We're trying to get them.
Scroll down a little bit.
What did they say, Madam Clerk? You're saying that who's the victim?
The clerk goes off of the victim information cards that are provided to us by the deputy along with the 923, and that's where we obtained our information that the victim was Stephen Bilger, versus the one, we don't read the body of the 923, we go by the victim card that is provided to us.
It's ICMS.
Hmm?
It's ICMS. That's the one you were just on. I don't see judge's view. Oh wait, there it is.
Yeah.
It's right here. Right there. Click that, see if that works. Here, in case.
Mr. Kennedy, what do you say?
Well, Judge, it's a toss-up, the way this report's written. However, the victim notification card says the brother's the victim. But in any case, it's still a misdemeanor, Judge. And I'd ask for either no more than a $500 bond or a non-monetary release. That's what I'd ask for if I were appointed.
The case law is clear, and I can read you the cases right now if you want them, that the court can make a determination of probable cause based on the facts asserted in the narrative, and that what the police officer chooses to call it is irrelevant.
Right over here. Go over
Now,
here.
I acknowledge that the officer put it down as a misdemeanor, but he could have very easily put this down as a felony based on the facts sworn to in his 923. He very clearly says that she pushed her mother to the ground, then kicked her in the right knee, causing an injury to her knee, and it very clearly says that she's over the age of 65. Those facts alone support a felony.
What do you recommend by way of bond, Mr. Beatty?
What it would be for a felony, $5,000.
Ma'am, what type of work you do?
I take care of my parents.
You take care of your parents?
Yes, sir.
That's not what Mr. Beatty is saying. He said you take care of them in the wrong way. You beat them up.
No, I don't.
That's what they're saying. The facts show. That's what it shows. In any event, I find it probable cause to hold her. I'm going to give her a bond of $3,000 cash or surety on account of her record and all. Don't stay away from your mom. Don't call her. Don't visit her. Don't have anything to do with her. You understand that? Do not go back where she lives. Complete stay away. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
I can't hear from you. Do you understand what I just said to you?
Yes, sir. I live there.
Don't go back there. You don't live there no more. You understand that? You can't live there and beat up your mom. Complete stay away, no return, no contact.
Your Honor, are you making no contact also for the other names
Yes.
as well? Thank you.
Correct. All named parties, all named victims. Next matter, public defender appointed, Jessica Johnson. Why is it showing like this, piece like this? It usually gets the whole thing.
I guess it's just.
Find it probable cause to hold Jessica Johnson. Ma'am, which city you live in? That's all right.
Over.
How many years?
That's
Possession of cocaine, heroin, drug paraphernalia, driving while license suspended. Do you understand that?
Sir?
I didn't hear you.
Yes, sir.
What type of work you do?
I clean houses.
Find it probable cause to hold our public defender appointed. Bond remains unchanged in each and every count. Hurles, David Hurles. Mr. Hurles, you're charged with trespass. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You cannot return to this place on Harbor City Boulevard. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to reduce your bond at $250.
Sir, if I could, and would it anybody, I'll go ahead and resolve this today.
No, sir. Public defender appointed. I reduce your bond by half for you. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Next matter will be Adam Nevey. You're charged with driving while license suspended, sir. You have the money to pay for your own attorney?
No.
Public defender appointed. You have two cases, they say, madam. Is that correct? He has two cases? Or?
No, Your Honor, that's for the case below him. At the top, he only has one.
This is your third conviction for driving while license suspended, sir. You're not getting the message. $5,000 cash or surety, public defender appointed. Have a seat. Curtis Stevens. Mr. Stevens, you're charged driving while license suspended, habitual offender, violation of probation, no bond. Remains unchanged.
He's also an AMA.
AMA hold, madam. Marcus Ward. Mr. Ward, you have 12 charges, sir.
Yes, sir.
You have fraudulent use of a credit card 10 times and petty theft 2 times. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Find it probable cause to hold him. There's a portion to an arrest warrant, madam. The bond will remain unchanged as per the warrant. $5,000 for the first 10 counts, $2,000 each for the last 2 counts.
Your Honor, can I say something before you set my bond?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Okay.
Let's hear you.
All right. First off, my dad was the card holder. He knew I had the card. Second off,
Okay, good idea.
it's fine. My dad withdrew partnership from the company 2 months ago. This happened in September. So to me, this is all retaliation of him leaving the company. So I don't see where I'm getting at. But
I see where you...
4 months down the road to file charges with company
I see.
and
I see.
money was already paid back, so I don't understand what's going on.
And Judge, he intends to hire.
And I got Brad Sawyers as a lawyer. So.
Okay, we'll retain, madam. What type of work you do?
I'm a licensed electrician and a retired vet. I did 2 tours of Iraq, got my certification in commercial electric in 2009. I own my own home. I don't own no child support. I take care of my kids. Bad decision, so.
Well, we're very proud of you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
We'll take a 5-minute recess, Madam Clerk, then we'll start with the rest of the docket. 5 minutes. They want you in Osceola County.
Yes.
3 working days to come and get you. How long you live in Brevard County?
On and off 2007.
All right, 3 working days. If they don't come and get you, then they'll bring you back in front of me, okay? Richard Andrew Slater.
Here's release per teletype, Your Honor.
Is this Mr. Slater, the famous surfer, Madam Clerk, do you know?
I am unaware, Your Honor.
Kenneth Robertson. Shivey, Harrison Ellis Shivey, picked up. You have Timothy Bryan Bird. 2 cases. Bonavito, Anthony Richard Bonavito. What city you live in, sir? What type of work you do?
I'm unemployed right now. Is that microphone on?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Okay, we had a little trouble hearing you. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counts of dealing in stolen property, and you have 2 counts of false verification of ownership. Looking at your record, how long you live in Brevard County?
My whole life, Your Honor.
Yeah, I don't know how long that is, sir.
21 years. About 20 years.
Judge,
Yes, let's hear you.
in anticipation of being appointed, I believe it's charged improperly. According to 923, there were 2 different transactions. There should only be 2 counts of dealing, not 6.
Mr. Beatty,
Let me read it.
says here, let's see, defendant was staying in a room at the victim's house. Some of her jewelry missing. Gold and silver refinery Merritt Island. It was conducted. Sold a herringbone necklace, $295. That's all I got. He took the stuff and sold it for $295.
Right,
Is there something else?
I've got 2 separate transactions, Judge, so it'd be 2 counts of each. The false verification is correct at 2 counts. Dealing in stolen property should only be 2 counts.
You got to stay away from this address. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Breakwater. Who's that person? Do you know that person?
Right, that was my grandmother I was living with. Your Honor, she's deceased.
When was that?
About last year. Early last year.
Yeah, but this offense just occurred on 12/7.
Excuse me?
Said this, you were staying with someone on December 7th when this thing occurred.
I was never staying at that,
Don't respond to that.
All right. Find a probable cause in 2 counts. The bond will be $3,500 per count. Madam, on count 3, 4, 5, and 6, there will be no probable cause. Count 7 and 8, bond will be $2,500 per count. Public defender appointed. Alex Castellanos.
You're RORing on those counts that you found no PC, correct?
Correct, madam. Alex Castellanos.
Yes, Your Honor.
You charged with violation of injunction against Nicole Kemper. Don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with her. Don't you understand that, sir?
Yes, I do, sir.
There's a KPS, madam. The KPS will act as probable cause. What's the bond on the KPS?
It's currently set at none, Your Honor.
That's what it'll be. I told you, we gave you a break once. We tell you, listen, don't call her, stay away from her, but
Can I say
You
something,
don't
Your
see-
Honor?
Let me hear you.
I deny having that contact back in,
Don't discuss the case any further.
I've since moved out of Cocoa to Titusville, away from her, having no contact with her. I have a new job. I'll be marrying my fiance in February. I'm moving on with my life. I want no more contact with her. I please request that you please set a bond so I can keep my job.
What type of job you do?
I just got a really good job with a painting company in Titusville as a painter.
What do you paint?
Houses inside and out.
How do you paint?
Pardon me, sprayer,
Oh.
brushes, rollers.
You're not so sure?
Yes, I'm learning to use the sprayers. I use rollers and brushes. I cut in, I tape, I do the prep work.
When did you get the job?
A couple of weeks ago, I moved to Titusville over a month ago. If I might add, I moved to a sober house, and I've been with AA for 36 days.
The bond's gonna be $5,000 cash or surety.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with her, you understand that?
Yes, sir, I have no plans ever of doing that again.
Next time you got no bond.
Understood.
Understand that?
Yes, sir, thank you.
Do not go anywhere near her, do not have any kind of social media contact with her. Don't contact her on Facebook, Twitter, or anything like that, you understand that?
I understand, sir.
She's on one side of the street, you gotta walk on the other side, you understand that?
Yes, sir, completely.
Have a seat. Christian, Michael Cody Christian. When you come forward, state your name for me, please.
Michael Cody Christian.
Judge set your bond at $2,000 for violation of probation, you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Remain unchanged, public defender appointed.
Yep.
I do not have an
No.
affidavit for him.
Mr. Kennedy,
He had one. Didn't I give you a form to fill out? Oh, he didn't fill it out. I guess he's going to represent himself.
will retain, madam.
And, Your Honor, there was a condition on the warrant to report within 48 hours of release. Would you like that to stay in effect?
Please, yes. Bring him back, deputy. Sir, you're gonna need to get your own lawyer to represent yourself because you did not fill out the paperwork for the public defender. And secondly, once you release your post bond, you must report the probation within 48 hours. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
In other words, you must report immediately, the very next day.
Yes, Your Honor.
Have a seat. Douglas Donald Davidson.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon to you. Says you were charged with felony child abuse of a 5-year-old.
Yeah, he's my son. I'm a single parent. I've been a single dad. I've had him for his whole life, since he was 3 months old.
Says here that defendant conducted, the officer DCF conducted an investigation. It was disclosed that Mr. Davidson had struck his son on the right side of his face.
That is not true.
Sir, don't respond to the...
You've had him since he was 5. How old? He's 5 now.
I've had him since he was 3 months. His mom was in prison for two years.
Who's helping you take care of him?
My mother.
Where's the child now?
With my mother.
They got a child abuse charge in 01. Find it probable cause to hold him. This report is pretty bare, Mr. Beatty. To find a probable cause of abuse. Abuse by its very nature is what it said. They found that it was disclosed that Mr. struck his son on the right side of his face. I'm not so sure that's probable cause for abuse. But I find it probable cause to hold him. His bond will be $1,000 cash or surety. You're not to have anything to do with the child until further order of court. You understand that?
Yes, sir. Could I say something, Your Honor?
Yes.
Is there any way I can get a non-monetary release? I haven't been working and I have no money, but I do have work the rest of this week.
You know, you're not working, you have no money to post the bond, but if you go out, you have work.
Yes, sir.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I do floor covering for A&R Flooring.
Where are you gonna stay?
I'm gonna stay with a buddy of mine, John.
Let me see his record again, Davidson. I'm gonna release him on PTR. Have a seat.
Are you ordering no return to offense location as well, Your Honor?
Correct. Stay away, no return, no contact. Favela, Damien Shane Favela.
Yes, sir.
Which city you live in, how long?
I actually have grown up here for about 20 years on and off, but I live in Astor, Florida now.
Yeah, well, what brought you all over here to get into trouble?
I was driving a sweeper truck.
What kind of truck?
A sweeper truck doing parking lots.
Find a probable cause to hold him. Count one will be $2,500. Public, you got money to pay for your attorney?
No, sir, I don't.
Not to own, possess, or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Not to drive without a valid license.
Yes, sir.
Public defender appointed. John Martin Flynn.
No affidavit?
Gonna retain and name all those who don't fill an affidavit will retain.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Flynn, how old are you?
29, sir.
How long you live in Brevard County?
For over 4 years.
What type of work you do?
I'm currently a stock clerk at Public Supermarkets, which I've held that job for just about 2 years now.
Which Publix?
The Publix on Merritt Island off of 520.
Three, 4 checks, 3 different dates, 3 different locations. Mr. Richard Kronk, stay away from him, don't call him, don't visit him, you understand that?
Yes, I do, sir.
Mr. Kronk, it doesn't say what's the relationship of Mr. Kronk and the defendant.
If I may, Your Honor,
Don't say anything.
Yes, sir.
I am
On
not
the-
directly related to Richard Kronk.
Stay away from him, don't call him, don't visit him, don't go where he lives, you understand that?
Yes, I most certainly do, sir.
Probable cause in each and every count, madam, all bond remain unchanged.
May I make a statement, sir?
Yes.
I humbly request, in order to be released as soon as possible, to not only try to maintain my job, but my residence and family. If there is any possibility of a non-monetary release, especially due to I have no previous arrest records. This is my first time ever getting in any kind of trouble, and to be honest, was put in this position unknowingly.
I think that if you want a non-monetary bond, you should stay out of trouble. Don't steal people's stuff. And secondly, I'm thinking of doubling your bond. Anything else you'd like to tell me to convince me to double your bond?
No, sir.
Have a seat.
Did you order any conditions on that, Your Honor?
Not to return, not having to do with Kronk. Richard Kronk, complete stay away.
Thank you.
Farah Ilda Giles says you have Harley Gooten. You got a lawyer representing you, madam?
Yes.
Violation of probation, the judge said you had no bond, will remain unchanged. You understand that?
Yes.
Jeffrey Dale Hepler. What's your name, sir?
Jeffrey Dale Hepler.
Said this is your third arrest for DUI.
Yes, sir.
Which city you live in?
Covington, Virginia.
How come you're here now?
I was coming down to visit my mom
From where?
from Virginia. From Covington.
Where your mom lives?
Oh, she lives in Buckhead Ridge.
Where?
Buckhead Ridge, Okeechobee, you might as well say.
I would say, I see, so you're gonna come down here and go on 70, is that, or?
Yeah, I was gonna cut 70 across.
Well, they said you were not in a condition to reach Okeechobee. They got a state prison in that area, maybe that's where you're headed. Find it probable cause to hold him. Bond will be $75,000 cash or surety.
I can't do it.
When I'm finished, you'll get a chance to talk.
Yes, sir.
But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pause because you might help me change my mind about the bond. Go ahead.
Well, I saw that they had 5,000 wrote down here on this.
You saw what?
That they have 5,000 wrote on here.
Correct. Anything else?
No, sir.
This is your third time. You're not getting the message. You pose a great danger to innocent parties who use a public thoroughfare. You endanger people, mother and father, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters. You understand that?
Yes, sir. The last
Your
time
bond's
was
gonna be-
over 10 years ago.
The bond $75,000 cash or surety. Not to own, possess, or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
I'm adding $70,000 to your bond. I was thinking of making it $100,000. Anything else you'd like to tell me?
No, sir.
You have the money to pay for your own attorney?
No, sir.
Public defender appointed.
Mableton, Georgia.
How about Jimenez, Raul Rivas Jimenez?
Surety bond, Judge.
Matthew John McCarthy, DUI second offense. Were you with that gentleman?
I'm sorry?
Don't answer that.
All right, you're charged with DUI second offense. Which city you live in?
Mableton, Georgia.
What brought you to Brevard County?
I handle shopping center leasing for some property in Palm Bay.
So you were here doing what?
Business.
According to his affidavit, he is non-indigent.
You're gonna get your own lawyer to represent you, right?
Yes, sir.
You're not to own, possess, or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You're not to drive without a valid license. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Your bond's gonna be $50,000 cash or surety. Probable cause to hold him, madam, for DUI second offense. Have a seat. Paul Michael Norman, felony child abuse.
Yes, 2 cases, Your Honor.
Domestic violence. See page 2 for the narrative, so we're going to look at page 2. On that argument with his daughter, victim, defendant got upset and began to strike the victim with a closed fist to the victim's right and left legs. How old is this child, Mr. Beatty? Can you help me out? How old is his daughter? Some point grabbed a belt and began striking the victim with a belt.
Well, I've got all the information you have, Judge.
As well as open cuts in both legs. These injuries were observed by the writer. Let's see on the top here if they have the date and the birth of the child, date of birth of the child. You seen anything that can help me, Madam Clerk, in terms of date of birth of this victim? Tattoos. I'm looking up here. I don't see anything about a victim or date of birth. You notice anything, Madam Clerk?
07.
I don't want to.
I'm looking.
I don't want to.
Sir.
I don't want to put you on the spot, Madam Clerk, but I figure we'll put 4 eyes are better than 2. I don't see anything in. I don't see anything in the body of the complaint. I don't see anything here. Yes, sir. Which city you live in?
Melbourne, sir.
How many years?
5.5 years.
What type of work you do?
I'm a full-time student at Eastern Florida State. I'm a single father of a 9-year-old, 5-year-old, 2-year-old.
They said that you were hitting your child and you went above and beyond the line. I don't know how old this child is. It doesn't say here. But they're accusing you of going above and beyond the line that a parent should go. You understand that?
I understand what it says, sir, but that is not true.
Everyone is presumed not guilty.
Right.
I concur with you, Your Honor.
Arrest, battery, tampering witness, aggravated battery on a pregnant person. Melissa, victim Melissa Miller. What's your name?
No, my name is Paul Norman. But that's not right.
It says the victim is Melissa Miller, girlfriend, but that's not what I have here.
Right.
Judge, there's 2 cases.
Yes, with the domestic violence charge. I'm looking at a child abuse.
And the separate child abuse charge. The only thing that's reflected on the PTR sheet is the one for the battery DV.
Yes. Okay, as for the child abuse, madam, I find there's probable cause to hold him. Bond's going to be $5,000 cash or surety. Public defender appointed. On the domestic violence, I find there's probable cause to. We got to stay away from Melissa Miller. You understand that?
Yes, sir. Your Honor.
Don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with her. Complete stay away. Do not return. Let me hear you one more time. Go ahead.
As I said, I'm a single father of a 9-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old. I'm an intern also at Holmes Regional. My children right now are with my mother. She has traveled up here to Melbourne.
From where?
From Ocala, Florida. And they have basically, I'm the only supporter that they have. My 9-year-old daughter is the one that's in question for.
Will you be quiet, please? I tell you.
Mr. Beatty, what do you say?
On which one, the child abuse charge or the other one?
Child abuse.
Well, I don't know the age of the child, so that's a real, wait a minute, is this just 13? No, F3, okay. I think the bond schedule's 5,000, Judge. I don't know, I don't know the age of the child, and that would make a difference to me.
Sir, your bond remain unchanged. Complete survey, don't call, don't visit. Have a seat.
Do you know what my bond is for the second count?
Set a bond on the misdemeanor case.
So you get 5,000 and 5,000. Have a seat. Michelle Jesus Pinero.
Yes, sir.
Find it probable cause to hold you. Public defender appointed. Bond remain unchanged in each and every count. False verification. False verification of ownership. Criminal use, fraudulent, grand theft, dealing in stolen property.
Yes, sir.
Let's hear you.
I have checked myself into treatment. This happened in like November, and I checked myself into treatment on December 1st. Since then, I've found a job that I just started last week. And I was wondering if there was any way that I could get a non-monetary release.
No. I'm rooting for you and I wish you well. Have a seat.
Your Honor,
Jerry
I'm
Ann
sorry,
Scott.
I didn't hear it. Did you put any conditions on that, or just no actions to all the bonds?
No, all bonds remain unchanged. I did not add anything other than that.
Thank you.
Sherry Ann Scott, DI with personal, under 18 years of age in the vehicle. On site. Pardon me?
I have a vehicle.
I understand that. Then you got it on stats, you've been placed in community control, you got on site. You got 2 cases. Madam, on case number 26, no bond. Affidavit will act as probable cause. Possession of morphine, defraud, oxycodone. Possession, take a look at your record. How long you live in Brevard County?
About 9 years, Your Honor. This is I just got put on probation. I have,
You just got put on probation and now you're charged with no offenses?
About 7 months ago, sorry, Your Honor. All I asked for is a bond. I have a puppy mail at home. I work for Comfort Suites, and my house is just falling apart without me there.
Looks like you were not there to begin with.
What you mean?
Well, that's how you got charged with possession of morphine.
Oh, I was at...
Ma'am, don't talk about the incident.
You were at anywhere but home. Clearly you were not home when you got charged. Defendant did get into a verbal argument with his daughter at one point. Let me see, that's the wrong case. Sherry Ann Scott. Okay. Hip tattoo, cherub angel. Okay, let's see what we got here. Along with that, we're dressed in full Melbourne department. Dispatch a canvas for a reckless driver driving a green Volkswagen. Lake Washington. Swerving in and out of our lane, hitting cars and often on the curb. She had glad during the court that determined Cherry was under investigation. What's your name, madam?
Sherry Ann Scott.
Mm-hmm. One Long Island iced tea had stated she had taken her prescribed medication. DUI, she was charged with DUI.
I no longer drive, Your Honor.
Sure, because you're in jail. Count one will be $7,500. Madam, would you be at 26? Well, that's a no bond. 26 is no bond. 27 would be possession of morphine. 5,000. Defraud. 7,500.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oxycodone. 5,000.
And you're leaving no bond on number 26, the...
Correct.
Thank you.
So we got to three counts, 5,000, 7,500, and 5,000.
Thank you.
Probable cause to hold her. Next matter then would be Zachary Allen Martin, filer ROR.
Judge Martin, in case number 2015-52245 CFA, we have not received lab results yet, so it'll be an ROR for today till we get the results.
Albert Edward Wright.
Judge, that was to be a counsel review, but I believe he's been released.
Okay. Lisa Ann Bell. Which city you live in, madam?
Satellite Beach.
What type of work you do?
I just started a new job last Friday at Papagallo's Italian restaurant, serving.
Driving while license suspended.
Correct.
$3,500 cash or surety, probable cause order.
Judge, she's got 3 cases.
Burglary of a conveyance, grand theft, burglary 5,000, grand theft 5,000.
These are
Well, that's an
actually
on-site.
Yes, sir.
No bond, thank you, madam.
Judge,
Next one is on,
Ms. Combs is
on-site, no bond.
Ms. Combs, I'm sorry, Ms. Bell is an AMA.
AMA hold, madam, 2 no bond, madam,
Yes, sir.
plus AMA hold. Dennis Ronald Huey,
It's just a bond surrender, Your Honor.
a private counsel. The bond surrender, madam, we'll put him back at the original bond of 50,000 and 30,000. Sir, we can double your bond or keep it the way it is. I'm gonna keep it the way it is for you, okay? I'm not gonna double it.
Sir.
You still have Ms. Tynan representing you?
Yes, sir.
We'll retain, madam, you got private counsel. Have a seat.
On the ankle monitor, sir?
Yes.
I don't know if you can do anything about it. I don't know if I still have to get one. I mean, I was on one for 3 years. I think I showed that I wasn't running anywhere. I was not trying to avoid any of my legal matters. You know?
If you've had it for 3 years and you haven't been running anywhere,
Yeah, I mean, they wanted me to go out of the state to go to my dad's funeral. I came back just as I was supposed to. I didn't know if I could get that stipulation taken off now or not.
your attorney will take care of that. Right now, madam, everything remains unchanged.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good day. Madam Clerk,
Yes, sir.
on Friday, we're gonna go to the funeral in the morning, and then we're gonna come straight to the jail on Friday, okay? After, so Friday at the jail, Wednesday at the jail, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We've been having a little snafu lately, but we should be able to work it out.
Sir.